was on her. So what can any of us do to stay safe, especially young women and other people who are vulnerable? How do you protect yourself? Joining me now are Henner and Eve Gracie, self-defense experts from the famed Gracie family of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Henner, it's great to see you tonight. Thank you for coming on tonight. What's the most common way that women are attacked, and how can they fight back?
Well, first of all, thanks for having us on, Laura. When it comes to self-defense, a problem well understood truly is a problem half solved. And for that reason, every woman must start by understanding the 4 phases of an assault.
Phase 1 is to identify an unsuspecting target. Phase 2 is to subdue and isolate the target. Phase 3 is to control and exhaust the target. And then phase 4 is to carry out the assault itself.
So when we talk about phase 1, identify an unsuspecting target, their goal, Laura, is to catch you off guard. And what that means is we have to be vigilant, aware of our surroundings, and most importantly, we have to trust our intuition. What the attacker wants, if Eve is minding her business, what the attacker wants is to creep up, get as close as possible, undetected, and even go hands-on, undefended, so they can carry out the assault with the lowest level of resistance. We want to avoid that at all costs. So I'm moving in Eve's direction.
Stop right there.
Okay, I have a few questions.
I said get back.
I know, but please.
Back up.
All right, okay, we're good to go. So what happened right there is preemptive boundary setting, Laura. The first boundary was clear. Stop right there. The second boundary with her hands up was confident. She doubled down. And the third one was crazy. At that moment, I knew she was willing to go to war. And for me, the potential attacker, I realized that she's not the easy target I anticipated she would be. So at this point, I have 2 options. I either retreat or I ambush and I attack further. And at this point, if I attack and she doesn't know what to do, she's going to be struck at the end of my punches. So I'm striking at her. She's at the full range of my punches where they have the most power. And this is very problematic because she could be knocked out. So instead, when Eve is backing up with her hands up, if I ambush her, she's going to step in and close the distance. Completely counterintuitive. But now she lands in what's called the clinch. She's wrapping my waist. Her head is buried in my chest. And here's what's wild, Laura, is from here, even though I can reach her, I have no power in these punches. So I can't knock her out. She'll stay here until she feels an exit opportunity. Then she pushes off. And the best part is that exit is on her timing. I can't control that, so it's going to catch me off guard. Of course, there's also the possibility that during the scuffle, we fall to the ground, which is worst case scenario, right? And if I land in the top position, this is called the mount. And the reason why this is so bad is she can't reach me, Laura, but I can reach her. I can strike her. I can strangle her. And if she's bumping and pushing me off, she's burning energy in the process, exhausting all her resources without any effective escape, and we don't want that. So check this out. Instead, as soon as I step over, watch what she does. 1, 2, beautiful. And now distraction strikes and she's out. We got to do that again because it was too fast. Eve is back down. This is called the mount, Laura, and the technique is called the trap and roll. As soon as I mount, she hugs my body as soon as I mount. Check this out. And here's what's crazy. It looks kind of familiar, I'm sure. It's the same as what we did standing up, but she's doing it from the ground. Because in a fight, Laura, whoever manages the distance manages the damage that can be done. She pulls me down. She climbs up. She traps my arm, traps my foot. Look at the foot over there. And now she bridges and rolls in that direction so that I cannot stop from falling. She strikes, she gets up, and she's able to disengage and get back to her knees. And all of this, Laura, is derived from the Women Empowered program, a 20-lesson program that is based on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that my family has been working on now for 100 years. And, of course, is perfect for women.
It's amazing.
Designed for smaller, weaker individuals against larger opponents. And it has to be said, Laura,
exactly.
In a situation like this, when a woman is attacked, it's never her fault. Women should be able to wear whatever they want, drink whatever they want, jog wherever they want. And the only person to blame is the criminal who perpetrated the crime against her. And in this sense, in a perfect world,
can you do one other move? Can you do one other move for?
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
so one other technique
for an hour, which I know we're going to do.
Look, what's that? One other technique. Show us another move. So check this out. If someone's inside the legs right here, check this out. And someone is strangling you from the guard, you may not know what to do. Watch. All she does is she changes her angle right here, and she's able to break my arm out of this. Okay. Full hyperextension. Go again. So if I'm strangling, even though this is worst case scenario during a potential sexual assault, look at this. With my hands on her neck, if Eve just pivots 90 degrees, Laura, and puts her legs over my head, she's able to bite, squeeze, and hip up and break the person's elbow from here. So this is what's possible with Jiu-Jitsu. Even though you're on the bad, even though it looks like a bad situation, the reality is if you know how to use your legs and the rest of your body, you're good to go. And for this reason, anyone who wants to learn more self-defense, Women Empowered is taught at hundreds of certified training centers all over the world. And for anyone who wants to learn from home, it's also
fantastic.
available online at gracieuniversity.com. And what we've done for the next 48 hours, we've unlocked the program for anyone who wants to take that next step with us.
Well, Henner and Eve, when we have you back, we want to see the come from behind move, because that's one of my favorites. I learned that in Krav Maga, which uses a lot of